Hello, this is Paul with 916 Floors, and today we have an interesting project. On this job, we are doing a garage epoxy flake floor. And I will take you guys to this house, to this job, and show you every step of the way how we're getting it done. What's interesting on this job is that the homeowner had another store that did garage epoxy floor for him. And not even 2 years later, the garage epoxy is flaking and peeling on him. So he came to us and said, hey, can you rescue me? Can you get it done for me? How do I know that it's not going to peel off again? And I said, listen, the number one thing that the company didn't do is they did not prep your concrete the right way. They didn't fill the cracks, and we could see the epoxy that was pushed down the cracks and they were still visible. That epoxy was flaking in multiple spots. So we're coming to rescue, and we're gonna take you guys on a journey to show you every step of the way. Currently on this job, the guys are there grinding the epoxy off. They're getting it prepped and ready. They're getting all the cracks repaired, and we have the epoxy floor with us. We just got it picked up. We picked it up and taken it to them. So stay tuned, watch the video till the end, and if you have any questions, as always, give us a call or write to us. But here we go. This is the house that we're putting in and epoxy floors in. We're also doing carpet installation in this house, but in this video, we're gonna focus on the garage epoxy floors. So let's go and I'll show you guys around what we're doing here. Here you see the preparation is being in progress, and what the guys are doing right now is patching all the cracks that are still visible. This particular crack was patched once before, this early on this morning. And we're doing a second coat of patch and some other areas to make sure that there are no divots and no deep spots, because it's very important. So here you can see it. This crack here used to look like this. And whoever did a previous epoxy floor didn't patch anything at all. They just applied the epoxy. They thought that it's gonna go down the crack and it's gonna fill it. And it didn't. And it was visible. And then it cracked some more. So here we're using a special filler that is flexible. So it's going to make sure not to crack again, or if it did crack, which it can, it's going to be a much minute hairline crack if it did crack. But most of the times I see it, it wouldn't, crack again. This is the product that we're going to be using on this house here. This is an E2U. So here we have the primer and the base coat. That's what the flakes will be sticking to basically this. This is being applied over the concrete. There's also one step that you could do before, which is a moisture barrier that you can put down before you do this. But in this house here, there was no issue with moisture. There was just not enough preparation done. The concrete was not grinded before, as I mentioned this. Now, so we're using a 6150 RC. RC means for rapid cure. It's going to take, they say, between an hour and 2 hours. So, we can give it 3 hours to cure. And once we apply this over the concrete, and then we're gonna throw down the flake system. So this is a color Tuxedo that we're using, and this is the light gray color of 6150. So it's a 100% solid epoxy resin. Then we're gonna use the flakes. Once it's gonna dry, then we're gonna apply the polyaspartic 85 Ultra. And that's what's gonna be the top coat in this garage here. Here's an epoxy resin, 6150 RC, rapid cure, and this is a part A and part B. So this is a hardener, and you have to mix them two together. You can never have too many flakes. Once everything dries, we're gonna scrape off and blow away all the residue, so then everything is be uniform. So this is day 2 of the epoxy job, and we currently have prepped this concrete and it's ready for the polyaspartic Ultra, the final coat. We have already, as you've seen, detailed all the edges, made sure that we scraped and removed all the excess flakes to make sure that it's completely surface clean and ready for the polyaspartic. Remember, putting down flakes over the base coat, don't be worried to put too much, because you've seen how much we were removing. So just get more than you need for the job and then put it throughout the whole job to make sure the whole surface is completely covered. And then go along the edges, remove all the old tape, scrape along the edges to make sure that you have no leftover flakes, vacuum it twice, 3 times as much as needed, and then you're going to be ready for the polyaspartic, which is coming soon right now. All right, so here we are putting the final coat, the Polyaspartic Ultra by Epoxy to you. And make sure to get yourself a pair of these slip-on cleats so you can walk on the job when you're putting down the base primer or when you're putting down the final coat, the Polyaspartic. Before you do that, we also did the curb walls. We went over with the paint brushes and make sure that we cover all the details. You do have, it's time sensitive, so you have not so much time to make sure that you work quick. You have enough tools in front of you. You have backup tools as well before you start the job. Very important. And then the second important thing is making sure to have enough materials to work with, more than enough materials to work with, and more than enough tools that you think you need. So here is our finished garage floor, and you've seen the steps we took to get this ugly garage concrete turned into a beautiful new flake epoxy floor. If you have a project in your house, if you have a garage floor that you would like to turn into something like this, give us a call and we'll take care of you. Thank you for watching. My phone number is 916-303-3731. Give us a call and we'll come out to your house to give you an estimate. God bless.